Welcome back to the Tula Pink 100 Modern Quilt Blocks Quilt Along, hosted by me, Rachel of the Electric Bee, and my cat Kumasi. What are we doing? Well, this year we are sewing our way through Tula Pink's 100 Modern Quilt Blocks book. We are doing it 2 blocks a week, and this week we did blocks 37 and 38. So let's take a look. We are in the triangle section of the book, and today's were really fun. We got to do this really big half square triangle for block number 37. And then for block number 38, another, pretty fun one. Again, these 2 half square triangles here, they kind of look like mountains, I think. So let's look at my blocks and then we'll look at some of yours. Ta-da! Super fun. All right, we'll start with Jeremy's. So I'm making 2 quilts, one for myself and one for my husband, Jeremy. And with Jeremy's, I'm using the Oak and Maple collection, which I think is really pretty. And yeah, look how fun his blocks are. I'm glad with his block number 37 that I was able to fussy cut this flower here. I think it's super pretty. I like the frame around it and the fact that I use kind of like 2 black prints as the center. And then with block number 38, again, I think it's really fun, especially using like a fun print and like a more neutral print. And then, so then I will throw in a picture here of all the blocks we've done so far. So we'll start off with the cross blocks, the rectangle blocks, and then the triangle blocks thus far. All right, and then my Tula Pink blocks. I think these turned out so pretty. I'm really glad that I kind of definitely modeled a Tula. I mean, first of all, I was able to fussy cut this little parrot here. I think he's super cute. I love the fact that my stripes actually ended up matching up, which was not necessarily intentional, but I'm really glad that it did to really give that frame, very cohesive look. And then I was able to use this fabric, which I hadn't used before and is the same that she used in hers, just obviously the updated colorway. So yeah, I think they're super pretty and I'm very, very excited about it. So again, I'll pop in a picture here of all my cross blocks, all the rectangle blocks, and then all the triangle blocks thus far. All right, so this week, again, we only had one person give me some pictures. So just as a reminder, follow me at Electric Bee Quilting on Instagram. Use the hashtag TP100Block2025 so that I can see your blocks and put them in these wrap-ups. So the one and only person that sent me pictures is my mother. So I'll throw up her blocks right now. I mean, look how pretty they are. I love the fact that she fussy cut the squirrel. She used that really pretty blue fabric and then had the orange border around it. I love it, Mom. And then her block number 38, again, really pretty. I love that she went bold with that floral print and then something a little bit more simple. So love it very, very much. But again, for all of you that are sewing out there, if you could post your pictures or send them to me, that would be great so that I can show them here and we can all ooh and ah together. Okay, so I thought I would kind of give a little bit of a wrap up of the CAIF event that my mother and I attended. So last week on Friday, my mom and I attended a CAIF lecture in Des Moines. Him and Brandon came to Des Moines for this talk that we went to, and then he was doing 2 workshops to actually make quilts. We did not attend those. We just went to the lecture, and it was so much fun. It was held at this community college lecture hall. They had like hors d'oeuvres and like little snacks beforehand. And the best part about it was that there were door prizes, like a raffle for wearing CAIF clothes. So the fashion was immaculate. So I wore my coat and had my matching CAIF bag. My mom has a CAIF dress, and then she also made a CAIF bag. And then the creativity of people that we saw there, it was just astounding. I mean, there were people who made CAIF shoes, which were super cool. There was CAIF pants, of course, a huge plethora of CAIF shirts. There were a couple CAIF coats, and then there were a lot of people that were just kind of wearing their quilts or, had made a bag. Like, it was so much fun. Just seeing all the outfits that people were wearing was just super fun for us to talk about, especially like how they made them. Like, for example, I was just super interested in all the fun shoes. So I asked a lot of questions like, ooh, where did you get those? Or how did you make them? Was it hard? So I think I might try to make myself a pair of quilted shoes. So I'm really excited about that. And then Kaif, Brandon was there, and then Kaif talked about color, and that was kind of what his lecture was in it. He is so fun to listen to. If you ever have the chance to hear him talk, it was a lot of fun, and he's a very interesting man. Basically what he did was throw up pictures of various things that he had made, or just pictures that he had seen out in the wild, and then kind of talked about the colors or the inspirations or what he was making, etc. And they were beautiful pictures, and to hear him talk about them was a lot of fun. He's actually a pretty funny guy, so it was just a ton of fun. But like I said, there was the raffle. So for every like article of Kaif clothing you were wearing, you got a raffle ticket. And so because I had the coat and then all my bags, I got quite a few raffle tickets, as did my mom, because she had many articles of clothing. And guess what? We both ended up winning raffle prizes, which was super exciting. And then ironically, we won the same thing, which I also thought was really cool. So I'll start off with that. So my mom and I both won this beautiful layer cake. So this is the Kate Bassett Collective Classics Plus. I don't know what Classics Plus is, but it's so pretty, and it's my colorway. I mean, my coat like perfectly matches this fabric collection. It is so pretty. I am so excited to sew with it. Like, I want to make a cave quilt. I've never actually made a cave quilt. So I was really, really excited to get this. And then ironically, because they also had kind of like a pop-up store this, I had bought these 2 yards of fabric, which actually match the layer cake. So I got this one, which is like one of his very famous prints. When Bernina collaborated with him, this is the print that they used for the big machine. And then of course I had to get the cabbages. This is one of my mom's bag used a different colorway of the cabbages as her interior. But I mean, look at this. How fun. I just, you know, I can't say no to a plant motif. Especially a cabbage. So I thought that was just super fun. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna make yet, but you know, I obviously don't have a whole lot of time to be making just random quilts, but isn't it just really pretty? I'm super excited about it. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. And then we also all got a signed copy of his newest book. And actually they had a quilt, or basically a show going on with all of the quilts that are in this book on display. So they had this quilt and then all the other quilts in the book. And then of course it's signed, which is super fun. But I wanted to show you, I mean, I highly recommend this book. It's super pretty. Just the photography in it alone is gorgeous, especially, I mean, it's quilts on an English farm. So, you know, naturally I am all over it. But I think this one might be what I end up making, or at least a version of it. This is called Beanstalks. And I think it's just really pretty. I just love, I mean, that's the thing with Kaif, right? Is like, it's these wild, crazy prints, and then he just puts them all together. And I just really like it, especially like being able to see these in person. You really get a feel, you know, for the scale and just like how like they look together. Like this one's also really pretty. I think they're all really pretty. So highly recommend if you want kind of a fun book with some fun quilts. This would definitely be a recommendation of mine, and I can't wait. I am hoping to make one of these quilts, maybe with the fabric that I got. We'll just have to see. But yeah, that's all I have for you this week. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I will see you next week as we continue on with the triangle blocks. I hope you guys are enjoying this beautiful weather, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!